We all know the drill: go to school, get good grades, and then get a good job. But school never really teaches us about money. When it comes to managing our finances, we're often left clueless. We're handed a diploma and thrust into the real world, expected to navigate complex financial systems without any real guidance. Imagine graduating with a degree in hand, only to find yourself drowning in student loan debt, struggling to make rent, and feeling lost in a sea of financial jargon. Without financial literacy, the working world can feel like a minefield. We're bombarded with credit card offers, complex investment schemes, and the pressure to keep up with societal expectations of financial success. This lack of preparation can lead to poor financial decisions, mounting debt, and a constant feeling of being financially insecure. The consequences of this financial illiteracy are real and far-reaching. It's time we acknowledge that financial education is not a luxury. It's a necessity. The traditional education system often makes a silent promise: get good grades and you'll get a good job. But what good is a job if you don't know how to manage the money you earn? Education should be about more than just preparing us for the workforce. It should be about empowering us to live fulfilling and financially secure lives. It's time we move beyond the outdated notion that financial literacy is a secondary concern. Financial education is not just about numbers. It's about empowerment, freedom, and opportunity. It's about giving individuals the tools they need to take control of their finances, build a secure future, and achieve their financial goals. Imagine a world where young adults graduate from school not just with diplomas, but with a solid foundation in financial literacy. Here's the harsh reality. Most schools prioritize preparing students for jobs, not for financial freedom. We're taught to be good employees, to follow instructions, meet deadlines, and work for someone else's dream. But we're rarely taught how to be financially savvy individuals, how to manage our own money, invest wisely, or build wealth for ourselves. The current education system often focuses on academic subjects that, while important, don't directly translate into financial well-being. We learn about historical events, scientific principles, and literary masterpieces, all valuable knowledge, but not necessarily the knowledge that empowers us to make sound financial decisions. We're taught to work for a paycheck, but not necessarily how to make that paycheck work for us. This gap in financial education leaves many individuals ill-equipped to handle the financial realities of adulthood, from budgeting and saving to investing and planning for retirement. Financial literacy is not just about balancing a checkbook. It's about understanding how money works in the real world. It's about making informed decisions about spending, saving, investing, and managing debt. Without this knowledge, we're more vulnerable to financial pitfalls, debt cycles, predatory lending practices, and missed investment opportunities. Financial literacy empowers individuals to take control of their finances rather than feeling controlled by them. It allows us to make informed choices that align with our goals and values, whether it's buying a home, starting a business, or simply achieving peace of mind about our financial future. It's about understanding the language of money, so we can navigate the financial landscape with confidence and make choices that support our long-term well-being. The disconnect between traditional education and real-world financial literacy is a growing concern. Many graduates enter adulthood feeling financially unprepared, lacking the practical skills and knowledge needed to thrive in today's complex financial landscape. Financial education needs to move beyond textbook theories and abstract concepts. It needs to equip individuals with the practical skills and knowledge they need to manage their personal finances effectively. This includes understanding budgeting, saving, investing, debt management, and the importance of financial planning. It's about bridging the gap between theoretical knowledge and real-world application, empowering individuals to make informed financial decisions that support their overall well-being. To understand why schools don't teach about money, we need to step back in time. Think about the Industrial Revolution, a period of massive societal change driven by factories and mass production. The demand for workers skyrocketed, and education systems adapted to meet this new need. Schools transformed into engines for churning out a workforce. The focus shifted to basic literacy, numeracy, and, crucially, obedience and punctuality, essential traits for factory work. The goal wasn't to create entrepreneurs or investors, it was to produce a reliable workforce that would fuel the booming industrial economy. While this system served its purpose at the time, it laid the groundwork for a system where financial literacy was, if not entirely discouraged, certainly not prioritized. From craftsmanship to clock punching, the shift in educational values. Before the Industrial Revolution, education often intertwined with apprenticeships and family businesses. Young people learned trades, managed money, and understood the value of a hard-earned dollar through direct experience. However, as factories replaced workshops and mass production trumped individual craftsmanship, this direct connection to financial education dwindled. The emphasis on standardized learning, while essential for a rapidly industrializing world, inadvertently created a disconnect between education and practical financial skills. The education system, in its quest to meet the demands of the Industrial Revolution, inadvertently created a gap in practical real-world financial knowledge. Financial literacy, a threat to the industrial machine? Some historians argue that the lack of financial education in schools wasn't merely an oversight, but a deliberate choice. A financially literate workforce, capable of independent thinking and wealth creation, might pose a threat to the established order. Imagine a scenario where every factory worker understood investing, debt management, and the power of compound interest. They might be less inclined to accept low wages or remain in jobs that didn't offer financial security. While this perspective might seem like a conspiracy theory to some, it underscores an important point. Financial literacy empowers individuals. Whether intentional or not, the lack of financial literacy in schools historically benefited those in power, those who controlled the means of production and relied on a workforce dependent on wages rather than financial independence. The legacy of an outdated system. Why financial education still lags behind. We're still grappling with an education system designed for a bygone era. Technology and globalization have reshaped the world, but school curriculums remain outdated. Financial literacy is more accessible than ever, yet absent from many curriculums. We must bridge this gap to equip future generations with essential financial skills. Here's a truth that's often whispered but rarely acknowledged openly. The wealthy don't rely on traditional schools to teach their children about money. They understand that financial literacy is a form of power, a key to preserving and growing wealth across generations. While the masses are schooled to be employees, the children of the affluent are often mentored to be entrepreneurs, investors, and stewards of capital. Imagine family dinners where the conversation revolves not just around school grades, but around investment portfolios, business ventures, and strategies for building wealth. Their education isn't confined to textbooks or classrooms. It's an immersive experience. This isn't to say that every wealthy child is automatically financially savvy, or that every child from a less affluent background is financially disadvantaged. The advantage enjoyed by many children of affluent families isn't just about inheriting wealth. It's about inheriting a mindset, a financial literacy that's passed down through generations, like a valuable heirloom. They learn by observing, by asking questions, and by being given opportunities to participate in financial discussions and even investments from a young age. Imagine a young teenager attending a business meeting with their entrepreneur parent, listening to pitches, analysing deals, and understanding the dynamics of negotiation. Or picture a child helping their parents manage a rental property, learning about cash flow, expenses, and the responsibilities of property ownership. These early exposures to the world of finance, often guided by mentors who are deeply invested in their success, create a foundation of financial literacy that's difficult to replicate in a traditional classroom setting. This early mentorship is invaluable. Financial literacy is more than just understanding money. It's about understanding how to leverage money to create opportunities, build security, and achieve personal goals. For those who come from disadvantaged backgrounds, financial literacy can be a powerful tool for social mobility, a way to break free from cycles of debt and financial insecurity. Imagine the transformative effect of equipping individuals with the knowledge and skills to manage their income, save for the future, and invest wisely. Financial literacy empowers individuals to become agents of their own financial destiny. It allows them to make informed decisions about their education, their careers, and their overall financial well-being. By providing access to quality financial education, we can level the playing field and create a more equitable society. Leveling the playing field. Advocating for financial education for all. The lack of comprehensive financial education in schools is a societal crisis. It perpetuates inequalities and limits opportunities. It's time to demand change. Advocate for financial literacy in every school, starting young. Teach children about money, how to earn, manage, save, and invest it. Foster critical thinking and responsible financial behavior. Ensure everyone has the opportunity to achieve financial well-being. Taking control. It's time to become your own financial educator. Waiting for the education system to catch up isn't a winning strategy. Achieving financial freedom means taking matters into your own hands. Resources for financial literacy are more abundant than ever. Embrace continuous learning and take proactive steps. Understand the language of money and make informed decisions. Start with small, manageable steps. Read a book on personal finance, listen to a podcast during your commute, or watch a documentary about investing. Make financial education a habit that compounds over time. The journey to financial literacy is a marathon, not a sprint. Celebrate your progress and don't be afraid to ask for help. Decoding the cash flow quadrant, understanding the different paths to wealth. The cash flow quadrant, popularized by Robert Kiyosaki, breaks down income into 4 categories: employee, E; self-employed, S; business owner, B; and investor, I. Employees trade time for money, while self-employed individuals have more autonomy but still trade time for money. Business owners create systems to generate income, leveraging others' time and talents. Investors earn passive income through assets like stocks, real estate, or businesses. True financial freedom often lies in transitioning from employee and self-employed to business owner and investor. Analyze your position within the quadrant to identify growth areas and move towards financial independence. Making money your ally. Shifting from earning to owning. Traditional education often conditions us to think of money in linear terms. We work, we get paid, we spend, we repeat. True financial freedom requires a shift in perspective. Money is a tool to create more wealth. Focus on acquiring assets, things that put money in your pocket. This concept, popularized by Robert Kiyosaki, is key to building long-term wealth, beyond textbooks and classrooms. Embracing a self-directed approach to financial literacy. The beauty of financial education is that it's not confined to the walls of a classroom. In today's digital age, resources for financial literacy are at your fingertips. From books and podcasts to online courses, there's a wealth of information available. Start with classics like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. Podcasts are another fantastic way to learn on the go. Tune in to shows like The Tim Ferriss Show or Invest ED. Online courses on platforms like Coursera and Khan Academy are invaluable. Be a proactive learner and seek out the information you need. Building your financial toolkit. Resources and strategies for lifelong learning. Financial literacy is a lifelong journey. As the financial landscape evolves, so should your knowledge and skills. Building a solid financial toolkit helps you navigate market complexities and make informed decisions. A budget is one of the most valuable tools. Track your income and expenses to understand your money flow. Budgeting apps and software can simplify this process. Another essential tool is a financial plan. Outline your financial goals and create a framework to achieve them. A financial advisor can help create a personalized plan. Stay informed about current events and market trends. Read financial news, subscribe to newsletters, and follow experts. Building financial literacy is an ongoing process. Embrace the journey and never stop learning. The more you know about money, the better equipped you'll be. Embracing financial literacy for a better tomorrow. Traditional education often overlooks money matters, leaving a gap that the wealthy fill with their own financial teachings. But you can break free from this system. Your financial future is shaped by the choices you make today. Financial literacy is essential for everyone. The information is out there, often free, waiting for you. You have the power to rewrite your financial story. From education to empowerment, unlocking your financial potential. Imagine a world where financial literacy is a right, available to everyone. Graduates with financial acumen can navigate the complexities of the modern world. We have the power to create that world. By embracing financial literacy, sharing our knowledge, and advocating for greater financial education, we can level the playing field. This is about empowerment, giving individuals the tools to break free from debt and pursue their dreams, to build a better life for themselves and their families, creating a more just and equitable society. Financial success should be determined by knowledge, not background. The journey starts with you. Take that first step today. Embrace financial literacy and unlock your potential. Section 3. Join the movement. Spreading financial literacy and building a more equitable future. The movement for greater financial literacy is gaining momentum, but we need your help to keep the momentum going. Share this video with your friends, family, and colleagues. Start conversations about money, challenge the status quo, and demand better financial education for all. Together, we can create a world where financial literacy is no longer a hidden curriculum reserved for the privileged few, but a fundamental right accessible to everyone. Let's empower ourselves and future generations with the knowledge and skills to build a more prosperous and equitable future for all. Remember, the journey to financial freedom starts with a single step. Take that step today, and let's walk this path together.